This video is a VTube laser tutorial on how to perform end scans. I'm going to demonstrate several different kinds of end scan techniques in this video. Some of them are much more effective than others. This first technique is my preferred end scan technique. In this technique, we're going to aim the laser at the end wall of the tube. The goal is to strike the end wall, and only the end wall if possible. One of the strengths of this technique is that it is excellent for producing points on the screen that are easily verifiable as the end wall. Now we'll scan the first straight so that you can see the effect of the end scan projection. The benefit of this technique is that it's very repeatable. The drawback to this technique is that it requires a great deal of steadiness. This is a second end scan technique that I don't recommend. The reason is because it gathers far too many points that are not actually the end wall. This technique increases the possibility that VTube-LASER may choose the wrong point for the end scan projection. These next two examples of end scans are the least accurate of all the end scans that I'll show you today. It requires that we bring the laser up on the side of the tube. This is what I call the scissor technique, in which we allow the laser to fall off the end of the tube in a scissor-like angle. You can expect that this technique will give you deviations in the range of 40 to 80 thousandths of an inch, or 1 to 2 millimeters. This is the least precise technique that I'll show you in this video. The benefit of this technique is that it's one of the easiest. However, you can expect deviations up to 3 millimeters. The problem with this technique is that most of the points are not on the end wall. This is also the least accurate orientation because the points in the stripe are spread out more relative to the end. Now let's compare this technique to scanning the actual end wall. Scanning the end wall concentrates the points at the true end of the tube. Now I'm going to show you the most precise method using end targets. An end target is anything that attaches to the end of the tube that provides a target for the laser. In this example, I show a plastic label with self-adhesive backing that's attached to the end of an HVAC tube. Some customers create a series of plugs that serve as end targets for different diameter tubes. These plugs will insert into the end of the tube and provide a positive stop for the end target. This is how to measure an end target. The goal is to aim the stripe at the middle of the target and only scan the target. Since we know the thickness of these labels, we can enter a negative value into the end scan measurement offset and project to the actual endpoint of the tube. One of the benefits of this method is that it's the easiest to verify visually relative to the actual endpoint.